No. More. You want more? No more? Yes.
Good morning. It is Monday, 22nd of July. It is the beginning of week 4 of Carnivore, and I've decided for this week what I will do is one day of eating only steak. I'm more than happy to do that. I've eaten a lot of steak throughout the last 3 weeks, but I haven't had a day where I've had only steak. So I just had some sirloin for breakfast that I got from the butchers. I'll probably have more sirloin for lunch. I got like 2 really big pieces of sirloin chopped up, so probably have more sirloin for lunch and then maybe some ribeye for dinner. But I just thought it might be interesting just to see how does it go. Usually for breakfast I'd have like eggs and I'd have bacon rashers and stuff, and you know, the rashers are so tasty and it's nice to kind of have a variety in terms of taste and everything. But again, I'm more than happy just to eat steak, so let's see how it goes. I'm excited to try because I know a lot of people that have been on Carnivore for years, they'd say they just have steak. So yeah, I think it's going to be a real authentic strict carnivore kind of day. I do know there's a lot of people online that say they're carnivore, and they are, but they have like animal products, so they'd have cream and they'd have cheese and they'd have milk and they'd have all these things. I'm obviously not doing any of that. I'm just doing purely meat, eggs, salt and water and sparkling water. So it's a bit different in that sense. It does seem a lot more flexible. It's so funny when you do something that's like really strict, like anything more than that seems super flexible, whereas like to the average kind of diet, like what I now think is really flexible would seem really restrictive. So would I try it with that? Like maybe not. I don't feel like I really need cheese or milk or anything. Like I don't feel like I'm really missing dairy, so it doesn't seem overly appealing to me at the moment. I think I would do more of a paleo, which again would be dairy free anyway. So for me it would be a strict paleo, so it'd be what I'm eating now, so meat, all that sort of stuff, and then also like berries, non-root vegetables, avocados would be very nice. Maybe coconut oil to cook with, nuts, seeds, that sort of stuff. Maybe some Greek yogurt I'd have then. Peanut butter, although you shouldn't really have peanuts, it's not really, doesn't really count, but I probably would have peanut butter. So yeah, I think for me having like the berries and stuff is appealing, but just adding in dairy for me wouldn't be. So anyways, total tangent there. But yeah, I'm going to do one day of pure steak and see how I go. I do have the sirloin that I got from the butchers. I also have strip loin and I have ribeye. I don't think I'll bother with the strip loin just because I need to eat the butcher meat anyway, and the strip loin will last longer. On an aside, I did go shopping yesterday and I got a few extra bits that we haven't got before. So there was tuna in water, so got one of them. It's literally just tuna and water. Got prosciutto, is that how you pronounce it? So that literally, like, all the ham has like glazing and sugar and stuff, but that's literally just the ham and salt. And I got some prawns for my husband because he likes prawns, and I got some turkey steaks as well. So we haven't had any turkey yet. So another thing that's on my list to have at some stage, but I haven't had it yet, is ribs. But haven't done them yet. So it's slowly but surely we're getting through different options and everything. But it's nice just kind of on the 4th week to be introducing even more foods and stuff that we can have that still is strict carnivore. There was something else I was going to say to you. Oh yeah, I tried the meatballs and I tried to make burgers last night. Basically the burgers were just like big flatter meatballs, but I suppose it's just literally the mince and salt. But I tried it with the salt. I probably put a bit too much salt, but they were very nice and I enjoyed them. My husband enjoyed them and our daughter enjoyed them, so it was a win. Anyways, enough jibber jabbering about all of those things. Just thought I would update you on those. But yeah, I will talk to you at lunchtime when I'm having more sirloin. Bye. Hello, it is now only coming up to 11 o'clock. It's 5 to 11. I'm already hungry after my sirloin this morning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some more sirloin for myself and also for my daughter, because I didn't have rashers and eggs for breakfast. She didn't have any. She is loving us being on the carnivore diet. She is just adoring all the food. Now she's not carnivore, but she's just loving all of the meat and the fish and the everything. She's eating smoked salmon there like loads, but last week it's her first time having it. But anyways, so I'm gonna make her some eggs and rashers now. She's currently having some of her nana's cornflakes. Hold on, leave that there, good girl. Yeah, breakfast this morning was around 7:30, 8. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 3 hours later, I'm hungry again, ready for more steak. So I will check in again and let you know when I get hungry again. I hear like a lot of people on carnivore being like, oh, I just have like 2 meals a day or 1 meal a day, or you know, I just have a steak in the morning, afternoon and evening. Like, I'm clearly a lot more hungrier than a lot of these people because I eat a lot. But I think I eat a lot. Like, I'm not actually like measuring the amount of food I'm having, but it's definitely big portions for sure. And I thought maybe by now that would have subsided. Like, maybe it was just an initial kind of like get it all into me and then my appetite might subside, but it hasn't. But I just feed myself whenever I'm hungry. I just feed myself until I'm not hungry. And that's what they tell you to do. Anyways, cool. Gonna go make my steak now. Bye. Okay, I'm putting on this much steak. No idea how much that is. And I'm gonna now coat it with this Malden sea salt flakes, which is so nice. Super salty though compared to like table salt. So I mentioned this before in a previous video, but I started off with just sea salt, regular table salt, then moved to Himalayan. Now I'm on the Malden, and the goal is to work towards Celtic salt. So I just need to get what's convenient to me in a moment. So I am very excited to eat this steak. So here we go. This is my 11s. Okay, it is 6:30. I'm just starting to get hungry now. My husband is going to make me 2 ribeyes, which I cannot wait for. He just cooks steak so much better than I do. I haven't a clue what I'm doing while I'm upstairs with the bubs. She just woke up from a long nap, so gonna give her a little bit of a feed, and I just cannot wait to have my 2 ribeye. So this will only be my 3rd meal of today, but it'll be my 4th and 5th steak. So the first 3 were all sirloin from the butchers, and then these are ribeyes from Aldi. Yeah, I can't wait. So I might be full from that for the rest of the day, or I might end up having some more steak later. Who knows? I will let you know very soon though. Okay, bye. It is now 7:15. I'm starving, but I got my 2 on a short plate. I'm still upstairs with the baby, but I'm going to demolish these. I don't imagine I'm going to be eating again, but that's it for today. So sirloin for breakfast, 2 sirloins for lunch, 2 ribeye for dinner. I'm so excited. But if anything changes, I'll let you know, but for the most part, this is probably going to be the end of the video, other than an update at the end of the week on weight and progress pictures. It's been interesting. Actually, after I eat this, because I'm so hungry, I'll do another video just kind of explaining how I found today doing only steak, and then I'll finish up. Okay, I gotta eat this. I'm so hungry. Okay, so 2 steaks have been demolished. They were delicious. They were ribeye. But you know what's funny? Like, I'm not picky about what kind of steak I have. Like, I'd be fairly agnostic about it. Like, they all just kind of taste the same to me to an extent. Like, those steaks that I had earlier, they were sirloin. My husband would not like sirloin. He finds it really chewy. Like, his mom would say the same. I've always liked strip loin, but I don't know why I've always liked strip loin, but like, I would eat any steak. It doesn't bother me at all. Like, yeah, they were ribeye, But honestly, I only kind of get ribeye because A, my husband likes them, and B, it's what a lot of like carnivore people say that they eat. So I'm like, okay, I'll get ribeye. Um, but I would happily just eat sirloin or whatever all the time. It does not bother me in the slightest. But anyway, they were delicious. I think steak in general is delicious. Another really random thought that just came into my head, and then I'll talk about my experience with just eating steak all day. I was a strict paleo for 2 years. Then I turned vegetarian, well, pescatarian, so vegetarian with fish, for 8 or 9 years, like a long period of time. But the reason I turned vegetarian was I wanted to cut out crap meats, like processed, like hams and rashers, sausages, all that sort of stuff, like really like bad meat, and then just eat like good quality meat. But when I cut out the bad meat, I no longer wanted the good quality meat, so I ended up just by proxy going vegetarian for years. And the only time I went back on meat was the end of last year when I got pregnant. I started craving chicken wings for the first time. Well, I had liked chicken wings, but like I could never stomach the thought of actually eating chicken off the bone or anything like that. But I started craving chicken wings, and I just want chicken wings every single day. I'd be going down like with all the hot sauce and everything on them. Just absolutely could not get enough of chicken wings. And then from that, I started eating like turkey and like other meats again. And then I realized that I was pregnant, and then it all made sense. And then I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just eat meat for the pregnancy, and after the pregnancy, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll go back vegetarian. I have gone obviously the opposite direction, and now I'm only eating meat. I think that was one of the reasons as well why I decided to do carnivore at this time. I was like, I'm already eating meat anyway, so if I am to do it, now's the time to do it, because maybe at some stage I would go off meat again or whatever. Anyways, so that was just like a random little thing of like, and why I wanted to say that was like my thought process back then of like wanting to get off crap meat. I'm still off crap meat now. Like, I'm essentially doing now what I wanted to do back then. I didn't want to cut out fruit and veg and everything back then, but I did want to have like good quality, and I remember just thinking like good quality steaks. Like if I'm gonna eat meat, I want it to be like really like nice steak and different things like that. So it's just interesting how the tables have turned, and now I am essentially doing that. Just I'm only doing that, but I do definitely have rashers. They are the key for me. Anyway, speaking of rashers, how did I find today eating only steak? It was interesting. It was great in the sense that all my food was delicious. Again, we don't use any pepper, any seasonings other than salt. That's the only seasoning that we use, and we cook them in goose fat and we fry them. I just love frying food. But I'd be happy to eat it out of an air fryer or grill or whatever. But like, I just love fried food. So fried in goose fat, only with salt. Really tasty. Enjoyed all my steaks. And after I had my lunch, I was like really sustained for like hours, and I will be totally sustained until tomorrow morning now. However, throughout the day, I definitely did miss having rashers, having eggs. My husband had some chicken wings for his dinner. Like, I would have loved some chicken wings. It's not that I felt like I missed anything by only having steak. However, I did want other things. Like, I wanted to taste other things, but I really enjoyed my steak. So yeah, I don't know if that makes sense or what that means, but I like my steak. It was fine, but I like my variety as well. So I don't know if I would definitely do it again, having steak only, but I don't think it would be like, oh, I'm only ever going to have steak. Like, I definitely think I like having the variety. What's interesting actually is, and I haven't even said this to my husband yet, but I'm not sure if I'm reacting well to chicken. Because sometimes there's been, in the last 3 weeks, the start of week 4, There's been 2 or 3 times where I've had chicken and I haven't felt great after it. And it's cooked exactly the same way. They're in the oven with some salt. And I just haven't felt great. And I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be eating chicken. So it'll be interesting now, maybe tomorrow, to have some chicken and see how I feel after having only steak today. So I'll see. I'll monitor that. So it might be interesting from that point of view. And honestly, even eggs, I didn't miss that much today. It was more the rashers that I really wanted. I really wanted rashers. But anyways, that's it for today. I'll show you my very cute baby because she's adorable, and then I will say goodnight. She's so cute. Yes, good night. I'm interested to see what my weight will be at the end of this week. 3 weeks in, 4 kilos down. My husband's 6 kilos down. It's a bit mad. So we'll see where we are at the end of this week. And then next week is officially the end of Carnivore, but I definitely am going to be continuing on for longer. But I think it's Wednesday or something, it's the 31st, and that should be the end of our experiment. My husband is going to finish on the 31st. He wants to enjoy the August bank holiday weekend, but he said potentially he'll go back on Carnivore after that, but a looser Carnivore, like with dairy, like with some cheese and stuff in it, and maybe a few more bits. He has been taking coffee and a bit of milk in his coffee and a bit of milk in scrambled eggs, and he's been having a bit of butter. I haven't been having coffee, milk or butter, so we're both on different journeys but together, which is nice. But yeah, we are going away just somewhere the west of Ireland for the August bank holiday weekend, and my first daughter's birthday is the 8th of August and my birthday is the 24th of August. So I'll have to work around long distance travel, staying over somewhere, not celebrating food wise with my daughter. Like, I think they're gonna be getting like a sponge cake. I love sponge cake, and all the rest, but that's fine. It will be grand. This weekend, this Saturday, I'm actually heading up to Belfast as well for the day, but like a mini family reunion and like different things like that. So it's interesting finding ways to stay on track while being out of routine. I think I mentioned it before, but like last weekend or the weekend before, we went to Limerick, which is the southwest of Ireland, to a concert, and I pre-cooked burgers and meatballs to bring with us, so we had them. But I'm gonna see what we can do for Belfast and for Galway, which is where we're going for my daughter's birthday. So we'll see. But that's it from me today. I will see you on Sunday. Have a lovely rest of your week. Hope you're all well, and thanks for watching. Bye. Good morning. It is the 28th of July. It is officially the end of week 4 on the carnivore diet. I'm about to do my weigh-in. I'm not sure how it's going to go this week because I feel a little bloated. I don't feel great, but we'll see how we go. So I started carnivore 4 weeks ago at 77.6 kilos. So far it's been showing that I've lost about 4 kilos, so it's about 73.8, I think, in or about last Sunday. So let's see what I am today after another week on carnivore. Okay. Wow. What? Is that right? I'm gonna go again. Sometimes this can be a bit weird, so sometimes I do it a couple of times and then I do the best of 3, or I do it. Oh, there we go. I'll take 72.6. So another kilo down, week 4, even though I'm not feeling fantastic. I'm actually shocked, to be honest. I thought it was going to be around the same as last week. I didn't think it was going to show up any different. And I think that I thought that because it's digestion. So like a lot of people on Carnivore say that you know, your bowels change obviously because you don't need to digest as much, or your body, the bile in your stomach liquefies the meat, and so you don't end up excreting as much. And I've only gone to the toilet once this week, and I feel like I should be going more, so I thought that it would be heavier. I know TMI, but this is the point of the experiment as well. But no, another kilo down. Okay, so technically next Wednesday is the last day. I think I will go a little bit longer just to see if I feel any different after maybe 6 weeks of Carnivore. But yeah, that's wild. So I'm gonna go take my photos now. I think next week's video, I think it's gonna be what I eat. Like, oh sorry, no, next week's video is going to be a Q&A, I think, with my husband, who has also done Carnivore, and we can just kind of discuss how the experiment went, what we learned from it, what we got from it, what we didn't get from it. So just like a really candid video about our experience, and then see where we go from there. Okay, photo time and breakfast time. I have a steak waiting for me downstairs, so gonna go. Also going for a beach day today, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, oh my god, another kilo down.